Hallelujah! All my New South Empire is wonderful and fantastic, fun family of winners. It's your winner, Fitz you, Sergio P. What's up? That's right. I want to thank everybody for joining our live. We finally went back live, and I have some very honorable guests. I have political activists and strategists and researcher, Mr. Samuel Blue. And welcome. You know how I say it, guys. I say welcome. Straight like that. Uh then we also have Miss Lyric EQ, and she is one of the best talent scouts I have ever met. And you know what? She is very intellectual and she's tenacious. That's why I chose her, because she be coming to get it. You know, we try to be as factual as possible. My producer Sawyer is a fact checker. Samuel is a fact checker, and also lyrics. So we be going at it on this show. This show is highly controversial but informative. Mr. Hawthorne James, yeah, that man, Mr. 9 to 5, he's on set, so he's not joining us tonight. Andrea Fennell is not feeling well. She's under the weather. And G Jackson is also recuperating. So we're going to have a little bit more time, guys, to talk about what we need to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, with all of that being said, let's get it popping for real. Today's topic, the first one we're going to dissect is, do you winners feel like Trump is selling America? And I'm going to start with, even though God created Adam first, I'm going to let Lyric go. I don't know where y'all get that ladies first jump from, but anyway, go ahead, Lyric.
I absolutely believe he is. You know, what I mean, that's what he does best. He's about that bit. He's about that money. I'm not gonna say he's about that business because his business is not that good, but he's about that money. So America is the biggest business that there is. So yeah, he's definitely selling.
What makes you say that? You
Because
know
I
what?
mean,
You know what? You know what? Hold on. Give me three prime examples of him selling America.
okay, well, we have the $5 million for citizenship. So if you're rich, you can come. Um, I understand that most countries have a requirement, certain set of requirements. And, you know, the official way to go, like England, I think it's you need to have a half a million. They want you to have a half a million to come over there or whatever, etc. But 5 million is kind of excessive, and you know, America is a melting pot.
Okay,
It's
okay,
never
hold
been
on.
sold.
Okay, let's dissect that one first, okay?
Okay.
It seems like you got maybe more than three, but let's dissect that one first. Though you said that he's a money maker, not a businessman.
Yeah.
Okay, he has filed bankruptcy and still blossoming. I think that's business. That's stomping on business. That's not standing on business. Okay,
No,
now,
that
let
is
me
he's learned every trick in the book of business.
okay, that's good. That's good. Okay,
Yeah.
now, all right, you said other countries are charging a half a million for citizenship. Okay, if they're sneaking over here anyway,
That's not
and
necessarily what it is though, because I have friends that have gotten over there and didn't have a half a million, and they've gotten citizenship.
okay, so would you rather have the ones 5 million? That mean
I
they
would,
got way more.
I, would- I would rather have the ones that have moral decency, and if you happen to have 5 million that goes with that, then great, that's a plus. But I would rather have somebody that I can actually connect with and be a neighbor to, as opposed to somebody that will try to look at me as a lazy black nigger.
Okay, hold on.
For
See,
lack,
now you
for lack of
stereotype.
better words. For lack of better words. But I'm not. But you
You're
know
stereotype.
that
That
that's the
who says you
assumption.
can't connect? Who says you can't connect with those type people? Hold on a second. Let me finish. All right.
I do connect with those type people. You know that. So,
All right. Yeah,
it,
that's what I'm saying.
but on an overall scale, like the type that I connect with is not the type that he's inviting.
Oh, first of all, we can't use the N word. That will get us banned forever.
My apologies.
Okay. All right. So YouTube, TikTok, please forgive us. All right. We have don't. You got to realize we are alive now. I can't use the F word. You can't use the N word. How about that? Okay. All
Oh God.
right. All right.
My
Now,
filthy mouth.
let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the not the wrong room. You are in the wrong building. You feel me? Okay.
Right.
I would much rather have a bunch of millionaires and billionaires pay their get in here in citizenship than let the other people come in based on morality.
I'm sure
Morals
you
went out the
would.
window. Hold on. See,
I'm sure
that's
you
what the
would.
left does. The left accuse double standards, talk about morals. Morals been went out the window. The left went with homosexuality. Where's the morals on that? Okay, now give me
I'm
another.
not a
Give me
homosexual,
another.
so I don't know. I can't relate to that.
I know you're not. I know you're not. All right.
I
Let,
don't knock what
let,
nobody do, but that ain't my thing.
all right then. So why does morals come into picture? Give me another reason why he
Okay,
said.
I'm okay. Hell with everything. Everything is just it's all business. It's all business. It's all business. And I get that. Okay, maybe the words aren't coming as the thoughts in my head, but it's just everything seems to have a check attached to it. Everything has a price tag attached to it. Every move, everything is centered around money.
That's a good thing. We've been living. We have been
Thing.
dealt.
It
the-
is a good thing. It is a good thing. That is a good thing that our finances are finally getting in order. I do not have a problem with getting our money together because there's no reason why we have all this wealth here, but we're a country that's in debt for stupid shit.
Yeah,
You know
because
what I
we've been
mean?
letting people
So
slide. We've been letting people
I
slide.
get that. I understand that. I'm with that. Please understand. Don't mistake me. You know
Okay,
that
look. All right,
that
for
is something that
90
needs to be checked, but it's just I don't.
for nine lyric for 93 years. Okay,
Okay.
maybe more, but documented 93 years. The Hope Dealer Democratic Party, Hope Dealer, have been hope dealing us hope addicts, hope dreams for
Because
93 years.
the
We
Republican
tired of
Party
hope.
has done
We
the
want
same.
action. We want action. We can't live off of hope. That's exactly
The
what I'm talking about. Keep
Republican
hope
Party
alive.
has done the same. I do not mind action, but if Obama had tried this, we're not even gonna finish that. But if Obama had tried that, he couldn't do anything while he was in office. Everything was vetoed. Mitch McConnell made sure of that.
I can kind of agree with that a little bit, but you know what? If he had to put as much emphasis as DJT is putting on what he's doing now versus Obama put emphasis on uh condoning the alphabet community, if he had to put just as much emphasis, who's to say? People got tired of hearing that. Okay, you know, you
That's
gave me.
what was allowed. That's what he was
Yeah, I
allowed.
know that was that. I think that was his biggest effort.
That's what he
Really,
was
I think
allowed.
that was.
That's what they put in front of him, and that's what he was allowed.
I think that was his biggest effort. Okay, so you gave me two. Give me one more. So my winner, Samuel Blue could rebut.
Hell, it all rolls into one, so it's like
Yeah, yeah, I got you. I got you. Okay, I appreciate that though because they are thought provoking and they have some substance, and we really appreciate that. Mr. Activist Blue, Strategist Blue.
Well, basically, what Trump is trying to do, calling it the gold visa, there's over 40 countries that already do that. And the U.S. actually started doing it in 1992 when Bill Clinton was president. And if we look back in time, that was the last time that the U.S. actually had a balanced budget. So when Bill Clinton started that in 92, literally when someone came to the US and wanted to apply for the gold visa, they basically had to do $800,000 in business, not pay the money. They had to invest $800,000 into jobs, companies, corporations. So they weren't just coming and handing money, they actually had to start companies. And again, it was $800 million. So what happened is a lot of these other countries like Greece, Italy, Portugal, they were charging like $80,000, not 800,000. And now they're up to like half a million, some $1 million. So basically what Trump said he's going to do is like it's so many people that want to come to the US because we spend more money than any other country on the face of the earth. Like that's why we have the highest GDP because we spend money. So he basically said, well, all these other countries have raised theirs. We haven't raised ours since 1992. So let's make it $5 million. And that's $5 million of them investing in jobs and putting people to work. They're not handing $5 million over to the government.
In
They're
that aspect,
they
it makes sense.
they have to actually invest that money. Now, when we look back to the United States, when they did that in 2024, there were 14,000 people who actually took advantage of the EB-5 visa program. Now that added up to around $11 billion that it brought into bringing down the deficit of the U.S. government. Had Trump's gold card visa program been in place, that same number would have brought in 70 billion to go towards paying our debt. So the thing is like, Lyric, you did say that Trump runs everything like the business, but we have to remember when you look at the founding documents and when they ratified all of that stuff, it's the United States of America Corporation. America is a business. And that's why we're in such a deficit now, because we're sending out more money than what we're bringing in. And that's the issue. We're sending out money to all these other countries, to, billions to for causes that nobody even
Right.
cares about.
Ridiculous.
But then
I'm
we're
with you
not,
there. I'm with you there.
and it's making our taxes go up. Now, I think when I hear Trump say, "Okay, I want it to be back like in 1904, when we everything that paid for everything in the U.S. were off of tariffs. Nobody paid taxes, but starting in 1904, they started the federal income tax, and it was basically 4% of anybody making over $40,000, which is probably the equivalent of $200,000 now. But fast forward to 2025, now we have all these brackets that everybody is paying federal income tax. So my thing is this: if I don't have to pay taxes and you tax other countries coming in, we get to keep 30% of our paychecks. Who wouldn't want that? Like, who wouldn't want to keep all the money that you work for? Because you have to pay income tax. So basically, you're paying to work. Then you take that same money that was taxed or go to the store to buy something, have to pay a sales tax. Then you have to sit there
And
and,
all of that is going.
but you tax the same dollar, and then you paying the Social Security. You have to get taxed. That gets taxed. You paying to all these programs, and you get taxed. If someone is about not having the public have to pay taxes and tax people that are doing business in America, because no matter what, people in America are going to spend money. People want to flash how much money. That's the reason why everybody like those ugly Louis Vuitton pocketbooks with all them big letters on them. It's not because the way they look, it's because they cost so much. Everybody talks about a Birkin. It's a plain dang on bag. Look like you couldn't tell the difference between a Coach, but it's $60,000 or $100,000. So I think America is a business, and I think when we do better, just like Bill Clinton did when he first got elected, and then he got reelected because he ran things like in America. He did fire 380,000 federal employees when he did that. And everybody was for it back then. They didn't get a severance or anything. They just got the pink slip. So Obama tried to do it. Well, he actually started doing it, and it just, died down after he got reelected because he didn't get, he was probably not going to be reelected because he lost the votes when he didn't pass the Freedom of Choice Act. So I just think that we should want someone who doesn't, or we should want to support somebody who doesn't want the public to have to pay taxes when so many people are doing business in this country that can pay where we won't have to do anything. We don't have to pay premiums for healthcare. We don't have to do all of these things.
You know what? I really appreciate that. And what I want to say first of all is it's kind of a joke, but it's not. If you're left, you're not right. Okay? All right? First of all, first of all. Now, let's go verses. Lyric, wouldn't you rather? Okay, the giggler. Y'all know who I call the giggler. The giggler, Kamala Harris. She wanted to pay. That's outgoing. That's outcome, not income. She wanted to pay illegal immigrants, housing, welfare, food, everything. Wouldn't you want
I don't agree. I
somebody?
don't agree with
Hold on,
that.
hold on. This is factual, not fictional. Okay? Would you rather for somebody of substance that can contribute to making America great? I'm not going to say again because I can't remember America being great. Okay? Other than us whipping other people's ass. You know what I'm saying? But wouldn't you rather for that? The object to building is to minimize your outgoing to
I would.
maximize your incoming.
I would.
I
All
would,
right.
and I do not agree with housing and paying and all of that when we have our own problems here, our own people. Um,
BINGO.
help is okay, but when you go above to that extent to where it's just you're living free and living better than the average person here, that's a problem.
Oh, you know what, y'all? We're supposed to spend 15 minutes on this topic. We got to go to the next topic. But you know what? Y'all been great. I love the fudge out of y'all. Hey, the next topic is D.O.E. executive order that was supposed to be signed tomorrow. But Trump said, freak that. I'm signing that shiznit today. My winner said, I'm signing that today. You know what? I have had so many people, and I've read the stats, how these schools are just pushing the kids through like cattle. You know what I'm saying? There are people graduating with a fourth grade education. The kids are not getting the money that the federal government are providing for education. So why should we keep putting it to it? Let the states handle it like he's doing. Okay, guess who coming next? Guess who coming next? The lotteries. They're not. The education system is not getting what they're supposed to be getting from these lotteries. Y'all believe that shit if you want to, even though I
No, I,
said
I already know that. I've been,
I,
I made a fuss about that for a
I
long
spend
time.
I spend $21 a day on the lottery. But you know what though? You can't win if you don't play. Hey, so you know what I'm saying? But it's not. I know it's not going to the Department of Education. So I don't see nothing wrong with he doing. I just can't comprehend understand why people are such whiners and complaining about the DOE, about anything that my winner is doing so far. Now, I'm not saying that he's perfect. There are things I'm trying. I really am trying to find something wrong with this winner, and I can't. What do you see the problem?
How
What
does
problem do you
how does
have with
that
him
affect?
signing? Lyric, what problem do you find with him signing that executive order on the
That
DOE?
going to affect the grants and scholarships and all that good stuff?
That's not true either. That's not true at all. But go ahead. How is it going to affect the grants?
Okay, it says that the March 20th federal action will attempt to shut down the department which manages federal student loans through its Office of Federal Student Aid and funds penned through grants.
Okay, who said that? What source was that?
Uh,
Please don't tell me MSNBC.
that's hell, it's basically on all the news stations. Yahoo, NBC, Newsweek, news stations, various news stations, the New York Times, all of them, AP News, all of them.
Okay, they saying that it will affect the grants, right? Guess what? Me, myself, and two other entities that I'm affiliated with have received major grants. And it was because our NPOs have something to do with education. So I don't even see where that's coming from. But go ahead and elaborate on your research.
That was pre March 20th. As of today, that department is shut down. So I'm trying to figure out how
No,
is
this
that going
is
to work.
no. This was that's March 20th, you said? Okay.
DOE order, executive order that he signed today.
See, this is very enlightening. I have to do some more research, but I don't. Me personally, I love that DOGE is not shut. See, people are getting it twisted. They think that DOG is shutting shit down and cutting everything. They're not. They're revamping. Okay, let's look at United States or whatever you want to call it, America or Mexico or whatever you want to call it. All right, let's look at it as a business. If my business is not flourishing in the way that it should be, what's wrong with going in and and uh and revamping and see what's going on? See, when
What is
they
wrong with
say
it?
what they're using the word shut down to manipulate people's mind process, thought process. He's not
Sites are
shutting
the
down
sites that you
anything.
use, and they said the same thing. So who's manipulating who? Who's being manipulated?
Okay, okay, let's say lyric. Okay, your talent scout business and your other business. Okay, something's wrong in the picture. Something's not generating right. Skirt. Hold up. Let me shut shit down for a minute. Check it out. See what's going on. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
So why are the left, which aren't right, got a problem with it?
I'm not the left, so I can't answer for them.
I know you. I know you're
Me,
not, but you
me,
got them leaning
my,
towards. So
me
you're
myself,
damn sure leaning toward though.
me myself, and I. These student loans will affect me. It'll affect my whole household. I got 3 in school, plus myself.
Lyric, check this out. Check this out. In a matter of months, your student loans will be alleviated. Alleviated. What you gonna do then? You gonna cry the blues
Who gonna
then?
pay for my school? Who gonna pay
They,
for my
they, they're
school?
going. They're gonna have Chinese names. They're gonna have Oriental names. One gone. One gone.
Who gonna pay for my school?
Do your research. Keep doing your research. All right, for real.
College
I
going to
don't
be
look.
free now?
Oh, pretty soon, pretty soon. It's happening because he's freeing up so much money. He's freeing up so much money. He's getting rid of the riffraff. Even though he got some shit with him, I can imagine. I can admit that he got some shit with him. But who knows? Even Jesus Christ made a mistake when he told Satan the devil to get behind him. He should have told him to get away from him. I don't even want the devil behind me.
Me, but he's my president.
All right. All right, come on. Let me get some rebut, Samuel, activist strategist.
Well, I'm an advocate for private school. Everybody, a lot of people that I see in the media, a lot of people, uh, North Carolina's the last governor advocated for public schools, but all of their kids went to private school. So you can't advocate for something that you don't use, and I have no issue. My son went to private school, and I think he went to one of the best. I mean, my son went to public school, Millbrook, and I think it was one of the best public schools in the area for him. I felt he thrived. He did a whole lot there.
They got a lot of lottery
Academically,
money too.
he did a lot of academic stuff. He did a lot of athletic things. He got awards, but we did our part as parents, and we made sure we always challenge him, we push him. We did what I felt we were supposed to do. Now, had we had the finance to pay 25, 30K a year for him to go to Ravenscroft, oh, he would have been at Ravenscroft. Because I know a lot of people that their kids go to Ravenscroft, and that school is amazing. I'm not saying NRCA or North Raleigh Christian Academy aren't amazing, but I have personal, I have people that I know at Ravenscroft where I see where that money goes. I mean, you ride past Ravenscroft and it looks like a junior college. Well, it looks better than a junior college. It sure enough looks better than St. Aug and Shaw and a lot of schools in this area. So I think as long as the money is going somewhere, where the people that are paying it can see it, I think that's a benefit. But right now, we're paying during COVID, taxpayers, we paid $200 billion to the Department of Education, and only 60 billion of that was distributed to the federally to the schools. But that 60 billion was distributed, but all the reading scores went down in public school. All the math scores went down in public school. All the science scores went down in public school. And it got easier because all the teachers it was teaching everything remote. Everything was remote. They didn't have to get up. Like everybody kind of got spoiled. But you go to some of these parks and you will see a lot of these parents that their kids are elementary, grade school, and their kids congregated there to have recess. Like they made sure that my kid's gonna be social. We're gonna play. We're gonna go outside and do what we need to do to make sure that they thrive. And I think the Department of Education, it's been around for 40, 50 years. We have seen zero improvement in public schools. Zero improvement. And now there's over 2,500 Department of Education employees in DC. What are they doing? I don't have a problem with people that live in DC don't never come to North Carolina to see what's going on in North Carolina. I don't have an issue with them losing their job. I'd rather someone here in North Carolina, someone, if they're having an issue in their school, like I saw somebody on my timeline on Facebook a few days ago talking about their special needs son was left alone in the classroom for over an hour. Like you shouldn't have to put up with that. So if I chose to take my son or my daughter out of public school and to put them in private school, and that money that normally would go to that public school goes to that private school to pay so it doesn't come out of my pocket. Who wouldn't want that? We should all have school choice with the best opportunity for our kids because all of our kids learn different.
Right.
And if all of our kids, like some kids have IEPs, and I was speaking to a lady years ago, and she said, "Well, my son has a learning disability because he has an IEP." I said, "That's not a learning disability." I said, "He just learns in a different way." I said, "That's what an IEP is," but they want people to think that their kids are handicapped. Some kids just need a different way to learn. And that's, but public schools now have become daycare. The teachers going in there here in North Carolina, they pay the teachers so low. I don't think I think the starting pay for teachers in North Carolina should at least be 70K starting.
At least.
Because
Maybe more than that, Sam. I'm gonna say this because
I said starting. Somebody straight out
yeah,
of
yeah,
college.
started, yeah,
They
started. I think it should start at least 100K
nah,
because
it ain't. No, you
and the
can't.
reason I say that because teachers teach lawyers, teach doctors, teach they're the core. Now I'm gonna tell you this. Oh, by the way, I did get permission from my daughter to do this to do this podcast. I don't do anything without getting her permission first. But anyway, I had to remove her out of daycare because of certain situations, and put her into private school. She's 3 years old. She's in private school because I mean she wasn't learning nothing. She wasn't doing nothing but playing around all day. And now I noticed that Trump is giving everybody the equal opportunity. You notice ain't nobody calling him racist no more. Woo! Well, how that disappear? Uh, they the only thing they holding on to right now is felon, convicted felon, which he could alleviate that right away if he wanted to. All he got to do is damn pardon himself, but he don't want to cause no turmoil or whatever like that, because y'all. uh, I just don't understand why you hate the man so much. I'm saying you ain't hating on all these other people that's calling everybody B's and N's and all this other stuff. Yeah, I just can't comprehend. But anyway, I think it's a great idea about the DOE. Now, y'all know that my president is God, my vice president is his son Jesus Christ, my Congress is their Holy Spirit. And there is no man that's going to dictate the quality of my life. I don't care who's the president, I'm gonna blossom. Me and mines are gonna blossom. So and then they're so worried about this and that, what's going on in the world right now. If you gotta worry about that, all your finances are not in order. Your life is not in order. That's my opinion. If you have to worry about what another mere imperfect human being is doing, your life is not in order. So anyway, I think we kind of we at 33 minute mark. My producer is sending me some of the comments, and I really want to say, Miss what's her name? Yeah, that was funny. About the one gone, but what you said about this right here, Miss Love. Her name is Love Boo Mary. Oh, that sounds like some old freaky chain stuff. But anyway, she said lyric.
Yeah.
She said, "Lyric, how the hell can you trust MSNBC or Fox when they both have hidden agendas?" Which
I
we
didn't
know
say
that. We know that.
I
You do
didn't
your
I did
research.
I didn't say Fox, and I said all of the other stations too. So we
Okay.
just see this is the one sided thinking that irks the he hockey sticks
No,
out of
no,
me.
no. Okay. Yeah, you did say that. You did say Washington Post, New York. You said Washington Post and New York Times. You did. Okay. She also said she enjoyed the part about one gone. That was funny. Yeah. So she said also true, but this is still the same thing. They're just revamping, so their aligned parties are getting that funding. There is no harm being done. She said, but she also can agree with you, Lyric, that both parties got some shit with them. Okay? And I can agree with that too. You know, absolutely. This is a corporation. The United States is a corporation, not a country. Thank you, Love Boo Mary 10. Oh, you a 10. Okay.
That's
Yeah. All right. I
that's
appreciate that. Yeah. You got some freakiness going
Sergio.
on over there. I
That's
might have to hit
Marvin.
you up when I get off of here.
I
Hey.
would say that's a 6.
That's Marvin Bennett.
Where they do that at? All right. Well, anyway, let's
That's
get back to that
Marvin.
topic here, man. She got me all shook over here. All right. So, let's go to the next topic. And I chose this one. This is hypothetical, y'all, which I kind of condone a little bit. All right. But it's going to, I mean, the Democratic Party is in such turmoil, in such disarray, that it's like a known fact that it's going to be Vance and Gabbard for the next 8 years after Trump. And then I actually believe that Tulsi Gabbard is going to be the first female president. All right, I really do. After that, I mean, because right now the Democratic, I'm not going to even use the words I usually use, like Democratic, and Democratic.
Appreciate
I'm not
that.
going to use it. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use it. But the Democratic Party has nobody to a point. Nobody. I mean, nobody. Nobody. They're gonna so it damn sure ain't gonna be what's her name, Jasmine. Can't even think of a rocket, what a crockett, and it damn sure won't be her. You can believe that. Uh, I can't think of anybody, and y'all can't neither. I mean, they can't neither. Uh, it's good. So indirectly, Trump will be president for a long time, but if Trump had the possibility of running for presidency again, do you think he would win? Lyric?
Hell, I don't know at this point. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't know because his fan base is kind of flipping a little bit. And
Where at? Where at?
oh hell, I be watching. I'm looking at the comments on the news breaks and all the little different stuff because this stuff is affecting them, and then they're losing their jobs left and right. So that's a bitter pill to swallow. So it's so comical to see it and watch. And my comment is always, you voted for it. So it's a 50-50. It can go either way because the world is crazy right now. So it can really go either way.
Yeah. Well, what's
Yeah.
your thought? What's your thoughts on that, Mr. Blue?
Yeah, I don't think he would. I'm not going to say he doesn't have the energy, but I seriously doubt he would run. Um, and I think the reason why he won the way he did this time was because of the last policies of the four years. I mean, he gained support in the black community amongst black men, black women, the Hispanic community. In Chicago, in Detroit, he gained number. He almost doubled his numbers that he had before back in 2020, and that's because all these people in these urban communities saw the past administration taking better care of people that didn't have anything to do with building this country and was taking care of them more than the brothers and sisters that had, were ancestors of slaves. So I think they got tired of that. And I think that's the reason why, I always tell people the most important voting bloc is not Republican, is not Democrat, is not independents, is unaffiliated voters who demand someone do something for their vote. That's why all these young kids now, Gen Zers, the 18 to 28, 29-year old, what are they doing? Unaffiliated. unaffiliated. They're voting on policy, and that's what I call the reset. We have hope because they're looking at policy. So they're forcing the politicians that run in 2026 and 2028 and 2032, they're going to have to start coming up with some type of policy other than hate Trump, hate Musk, hate,
Right,
like they call Trump racist so much that, guess what, it really don't mean nothing anymore.
right, right.
If I walked up to my son when he was 5 years old and I smacked him to start the morning, it would hurt, but after a while, guess what? It normalizes. And when you refer to, oh, the MAGA riot and this and that, the Democrats better come up because the GOP has 7 heavy hitters that are running in 2028. And all of them are competent. You got Tulsi Gabbard, you got Marco Rubio, you got Kristi Noem, you got all these people that are sitting there. They're out in the world. Trump isn't doing like Biden did. Biden kept, and I think that's the way she was not her fault. Biden kept a leash on her. She wasn't over in the world. The 2 places that she went over in the world, she went to Ukraine. 2 days later, Russia invades Ukraine. They gave her $100 million to go to Africa to get them to start buying into gender and all that stuff. Guess what? 19 of those African presidents kicked out. The thing is, if they continue to support what's only popular with 20% of the country, they're going to keep losing. And that's what they did this time. 20%, 80% of the country don't want men playing in girl sports. 80% of the country don't want illegal immigrants being taken care of than the people that live here and that are actual citizens. They continuously, I was watching the other day, Jasmine Crockett was like, well, whatever he does, we're going to go against. And that's what the problem is like, you want to have bipartisan, but the last time we really had bipartisanship that I remember was under Clinton. And that's when Mitch McConnell and the Speaker of the House from Illinois, he was a majority leader. Mitch McConnell was the minority leader. When Obama first became president, he had a filibuster-free Senate. He had 60 votes in the Senate, so it couldn't be filibustered. He had the Congress, but instead of codifying Roe versus Wade like he promised all them white women he was going to do, he told them 30 days later after they confronted him, the Freedom of Choice Act is not my priority. After he promised them during the whole campaign that was what he was going to sign day one. That's why he barely won his second term, and that's when he developed the USDA, the DOE, United States Digital Service, where he was supposed to make the government more efficient. He terminated a lot of federal employees. That's why a lot of people voted for him the second time over Mitt Romney. So I just think we have to, I think we need to require like accountability from our politicians. Like so many people don't, no matter what Democrat, no matter what Republican, this, like
No.
make
And,
them
and
earn
then
your
and
vote.
then it's like a twist of words. Okay, first of all, how can you call this man a racist who are getting ready to build not little tiny monuments, but huge monuments of Harriet Tubman and different civil rights activists? Nobody else did it. Obama didn't do it. Bill Clinton didn't do it.
Obama couldn't do it.
Bill Clinton was the first black president, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying? But uh, he supported Nelson Mandela. He helped him get free. Took care of him after he got out. He paid off all of Jesse Jackson's child support out of all his children. Helped him out. Got him out of his debt. Okay, took care of Jennifer Hudson for many years after her fire, after her turmoil. I mean, racist. Then how is he a rapist just for paying off a prostitute, paying her off just not to snitch.
So
Me,
we're
hold
gonna
on.
skip over the court case that he's still pending for the
So guess
13-year-old.
what?
We're gonna
Guess
skip over
what?
that, huh?
Wasting tax dollars on that. Guess what? That's going to have a Chinese name too. One gone. Guarantee. I guarantee. All right. If me, you, or Sam had been in that situation, we wouldn't even got charged. But because it's him, he would have got charged. You know how many people out here paying a woman not to tell that they've
You
been with
think you
them?
could have got away with that? You
Yeah.
think
What?
you think y'all
Paying a prostitute not to snitch on me? Yeah. I wouldn't even have got charged. I wouldn't even have got charged. Not no rapist. So he's technically not a convicted felon. But all of this, he got the right name because everything been trumped up against him. Period. And he's still winning. And if that type person, if he was a rapist, if he was a racist, if he was a misogynist, if he is a convicted felon, and he still beat the giggler, what that tell you about that?
grabbing people by the pussy? He is a rapist. What are you talking
Okay,
about? What do you
okay.
mean?
Let's say he's all of that, and he still beat the giggler and the Quaker. What that tell you about them? Let's let's go
That
to something else.
the world
That,
has a sick agenda.
no, the
That's what it
world are
says.
waking
The
up.
world
The world is
the
waking
world
up.
the
The
world has
world
a
don't.
sick
The
agenda.
world is tired of hope. The
So
No,
world is
son.
tired of hope.
No, son.
so it's
So
no
you'll leave your
possibility.
kids with him.
So it's no
You'll leave
possibility.
your 13-year-old daughter with him.
So it's no possibility that the
My 13
policy.
daughter would my 13-year-old daughter wouldn't be with Jesus Christ. That part. All right, go ahead, Sam. Go ahead, Sam.
My thing is, so it's no possibility that he won because of the horrible policies that people experienced the last 4 years. That don't have nothing to do with the border being wide open. None of that has anything to do. Is that what you're saying, Larry?
Of the gay agenda and all of that crap, which yeah, I'm not with that.
God got
I'm
tired.
not with that.
God got tired and fed up with that stuff. Nothing happens on earth without God allowing it to happen. I'm not going to say he appointed him, but he allowed Trump to be president. And who the hell am I to question that?
Well,
Nothing.
well,
Nothing
if
happens on earth without God
Woo!
allowing it.
if you look at Bill Clinton, he got top in the Oval Office, and he still got reelected. You know
Oh,
why he
that's a
got
good
reelected?
one. He got what? He got topped off. Hey, that's a good one
We
right there. I
love
got to use
Bill.
that one from now on.
The
Everybody
the
need a little
reason
bit of head.
the reason
Everybody need a
why
little
he
bit of head. Ain't
the
nothing wrong with a little
reason
bit of
why he
head.
got the reason why he got
Only thing getting
reelected.
head from me is my pillow right now. Hey, go ahead, Sam.
The only reason why he got reelected was because his policies. Had Biden had decent policies, guess what? Kamala would have won in a landslide.
I don't think so, bro.
But all of your policies will matter. And that's the thing. It got Bill Clinton reelected. The way George Bush Jr. handled 9/11, that got him reelected. So we have to look at if a president doesn't get reelected, you have to look at their policies and what they didn't do. Now, when Joe Biden won in 2020, like he didn't promise anybody anything other than that he was gonna hire the first LGBTQIA everything. And he did that. And he also promised that he wasn't Trump. So it was a lot of people were disappointed with the last 4 years, but guess what? He didn't promise much. Like the bar wasn't set high. At least you have somebody now that has come in, and the worst that you're hearing is it's been 3 weeks, gas still up, eggs still up. But now that's quiet because here we are 60 days later, gas is down, eggs is down, airplane tickets is down. So
Oh,
the thing is,
they try to blame eggs on Trump after killing 2 billion chickens. They still try to blame that on Trump. Sam, you got a heads up and 100 from a new commenter. She said everything you said is very true, Sam. But let's not act like a bunch of men, black, white, Hispanic in the U.S. will not vote for a female to be president.
that's
Exactly.
that's actually not a female, that's Marvin. That's Marvin Bennett. He's a he has his own podcast, but he comes in to support. But what I've spoken to Marvin about and other people is that I see Tulsi Gabbard as a potential president.
I do
I
too.
there
I do too.
I
I
I
do
see
too.
Kristi Noem as a potential president. I see a lot of people as the first female president because I listen to what they say. They talk about their policies, they talk about who they are, you know who they are. Nobody is going to vote for someone just because they're
Of their
female,
gender.
but just because they black or they white or they Asian. And that's why it's not a lot of people that are being elected or being confirmed now in this for all these positions. And they're saying, oh, I'm the first thing the press secretary said, Karine Jean-Pierre, her first press conference, well, I'm the first black LGBTQIA queer, like that's her intro,
Right.
and that's the
Yep.
thing. I tell people to listen to how they talk,
That's
listen to
it.
what they
That's it.
say.
It don't have nothing to do with gender. Anyway, T minus 6 minutes, y'all. I want to say, look, it's been really real. Next week's topic will be, of course, current events of what's happening. We will be covering this political stuff. Uh, we will be continuing. Our episodes will be on political until this dies down a little bit. Then we're going to switch to religion, spirituality, and also sexuality. So y'all stay tuned for a lot of stuff. I do want to send a couple of shout outs and a salutes to my business partners. First and foremost, my winner Polo Pit, my business partner with New South Empires. We got some functions coming up, but also out to 919 Elite Entertainment, 919 Elite Carolina Jeeps. We got the March 22nd in Castelia at Doja Vineyard. We got the bonfire with Tonio Amani and Miss Jody Banks and Adrian Badger. Y'all come on out there. That starts at 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. Also, my winner from New Planet Entertainment, Ray Ramsey. We have Cut Close, Public Announcement, Sunshine Anderson, and Changing Faces at Todd's Park in Zebulon. So y'all know my motto: bring your ass, and I guarantee you the best and rest will follow. Peace, love, and hair grease. Thanks for uh, tuning in, and we'll see y'all next Thursday, same time, same place. Assalamu alaikum. Hey, I'm gonna